I'm fixing to start. I'm going to work the very first problem with you. Okay? Neatness. Neatness is huge, people.
So we're gonna need
huge.
a ruler?
So if you don't have a ruler, y'all listen. First of all, listen to this. Okay? I'm trying to hurry because I'm recording already. Are you the only person that's touching this ruler that I gave to you? People, please keep your hands away from your face. You're partnered up, so where should your mask be? On. Let's go. Mask up. You don't want me to, when they send me the email and ask about the person you're working with, and I say, yeah, well, they had their mask down. Where are you going? Home. Okay? Come on, people.
Stephen, I swear, if you have COVID, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That means I get to touch everything.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't have full.
Okay, so here we go. Everything that I'm grading, I will write the word points beside it and I will tell you, okay? So, military rations. A military unit is about to embark on an extended mission. The unit carries food in two types of servings: power bars, which look like little snack cakes, and mini meals, which resemble small microwavable dinners. Okay, so because of where you live, if I were back in Arkansas, people, these people would think this was like a mini meal. They would think it was like a lean cuisine or something. Okay, but we all know it's really a what? MRE. Okay, y'all know it because of hurricanes and things like that. Y'all have had them. Power bars, you know what a power bar is? Just a little protein bar. Okay. These servings have different nutritional value as shown in the chart. The unit commanders are trying to plan how many of each type of meal to carry on the mission according to the restrictions. These restrictions right here, we call them constraints. Okay? A restriction is a constraint. All right? According to the restrictions below, each day a soldier can have no more than 12 total servings.
That's not bad.
No. Each day, a soldier must consume at least 300 grams of carbs. So carbs are fast energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was going to go on a hike or something like that, I might eat a mini, not a power bar, all right, to give me a lot of carbs or something. Each day, a soldier must consume at least 2,015 calories. For this situation, define the variables. That's the very first thing we're going to do. All right? And then we're going to write a system of inequalities to describe the constraints. The constraints are the restrictions, people. All these restrictions have to be met. Okay? Next, we're going to graph the feasible region. All right? The feasible region, it's going to be, we're going to get it from our graph, all right? And it is actually going to be, I'm going to use this word even though if I didn't put it, you would hopefully know it. It's an enclosed polygon. In order to be a polygon, it has to be enclosed. An enclosed polygon, it's going to be formed by our graph. Okay? So next, graph the feasible region for the number of each types of serving that a soldier can consume in a day. All right, so we're going to start at the beginning. For this situation, define the variables. X and Y. Tell me, what do you want X to be? Power bars. So X is going to be the number of power bars. How many power bars does each soldier get a day? Okay, what's Y going to be then? Yeah, the number of mini meals. All right, now, the next thing that we have to do, this is worth points. Okay, I'm looking for these things. If you don't have these things somewhere on your paper, you lose points. Everybody good? Okay, so the next thing they asked me to do is to write a system of inequalities to describe my constraints. So these are my constraints. Now look, we don't have tons of room, people, so you can't write like a kindergartner, okay? These are going to be worth points. I'm looking for them. They should all be the same. We're going to put 2 on there that they didn't say anything about, but my graph is telling me that that's what it is, and common sense tells me that. If X is the number of power bars, then what do we know about X? What does it have to be? Greater than or equal to what? Where am I?
A graph.
What part of the graph?
The
it's gotta be
top,
positive.
the very positive view
So it's
Okay, so
gotta be
what is that?
greater?
over there.
Greater?
Greater than or equal to 1 or 0.
Zero. Greater than or
Yep.
equal to zero. Okay, that makes sense, right? Can you have a negative number of power bars? Like, what are we gonna do? Make them throw up and put them back in the rubber? No, people. Okay, so X is the number of power bars. X has to be greater than or equal to zero. Y is the number of mini meals. What's my first constraint?
Greater than or equal to 0.
Greater than or equal to zero. People, if you don't write these down, you lose points. Are these giveaway points? These are all real life problems, people. Those should be your very first two constraints. Okay? Last period. Already had kids come up to my desk and go, Miss Davis, are these all the constraints? I'm like, no. No. Like, what? What? I wrote all of these down. Like, okay, well, that's not all of them. So, pay attention. All right, so now let's write this one. Each day, a soldier can have no more than 12 total servings.
More than. Greater than? I mean, so less than?
No more than, that means less than or equal to. So I have to be less than or equal to 12. What has to be less than or equal to 12? The servings, so what is that?
X and Y.
X and Y. So X plus Y. The number of power bars and the number of mini meals has to be less than 12. Okay? You can't have any more than 12 in a day. All right, here's my next one. Each day, a soldier must consume at least, what is at least? Greater than or equal to, okay? Greater than or equal to, at least 300 carbs, 300 grams of carbs. Okay, now remember this thing that I taught y'all about money on one side, money on the other side? Numbers, these are numbers of power bars and mini meals is equal to numbers on the other side. Carbs on one side is equal to what?
Carbs.
Carbs on the other side. So tell me what the carbs are on this side.
75.
Very good. 75 for every power bar, so that's 75x. Plus what? 15y. Very good. Anybody got a question? No? Okay. Here's my last one. Each day, a soldier must consume at least 2,015 calories. So, at least, what does at least mean?
Greater than or equal to. I know.
Okay? Calories on one side is calories on the other side.
115x plus 310y.
Very good. 155x plus 310y. All right. These are all my constraints. I've met everything. All right? So now all I have to do is graph them. So I'm going to graph all of these equations. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So x is greater than or equal to 0. That is this vertical line right here, and greater than goes to the right. So that's why I have this part of the quadrant. Y is greater than or equal to 0. That's a horizontal line down here. Greater than is above. So that's why these put me in the first quadrant. Everybody okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now I'm going to graph this line right here. People, you can do however you want to, but to me, when it's written in this form right here, it is so much easier just to do the x and y intercepts. Okay? So look at this line right here. How do I find the x? Notice how I'm writing stuff down, okay? Because later on, I might need to come back and look and see what that number was. All right? How do I find an x-intercept?
You put,
Yeah, you just cover up the y, y'all, because it's 0. And so what is my x-intercept?
12.
12. Boom. How do I find a y-intercept?
Set x to 0.
Cover up the x, because he's 0. What is it? What's my y-intercept? 12.
Yeah.
What? My x-intercept of 12? Boom. On the x-axis, people, please put an x-intercept on the x-axis. My y-intercept of 12 on the y-axis. And then I want to be very, very neat. Okay? I want to be very neat. The neater you are, the better off you'll be. Okay? So I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm not going to just slap it on my paper. all right, but I'm gonna try to be as precise and exact as I can, and that's why I'm saying, let the neat person write,
Sorry, Stephen.
all right? Okay, so there we go. Look, if I solve for y so that I can figure out where to shade, the only thing you have to look for, guys, is if you have to divide by negative, okay? I'm not dividing by negative, so the y's are less than or equal to. Is that above the line or below the line? Below. So I'm not gonna, y'all, I'm just gonna make some little marks.
We have to shade, or can we also make the marks?
I'm sorry, what?
Do we have to shade, or should we make them?
I would just make marks, people. I'm telling you not to shade, okay? All right, let's do this little guy right here, okay? How am I gonna find the x-intercept? Cover up the y, okay? 75. 75 times 2 is 150. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
How many 150s in 300?
Two.
2. So there were 2 75s and 2 150s, so that makes 4. So my x-intercept is 4. All right? What about this? 300 divided by 15. 20. Very
That's
good.
something.
My y-intercept is 20.
So 4.
Okay, so my x-intercept is 4. Boom. And my y-intercept is 20. Oh, that's a problem, isn't it?
Just go where you think.
Yeah, he's off my graph, okay? So now let's think about this. Y'all look, when you're doing a problem, always think about what would that line look like. Do you agree that that line is gonna look something like this?
Yes, ma'am.
You with me? His y-intercept's gonna be way up here somewhere. All right, so obviously I need another point to make the line. Are you with me? Should I pick a point to the right or in between 0 and 4?
In between 0 and 4.
Yeah, y'all to the right, what kind of numbers am I gonna get?
Bigger.
What?
I don't know, yeah.
These are gonna be way down here, people.
Oh, yeah.
That line keeps going just like this. If you want this point, he's way down here. This point, way down here. All right? Now, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna warn you about this. Remember what I always say to you. Pick your points as far apart as you can. Okay? The closer you pick your points, the more that you can kind of skew that line. All right? We're not a robot. You're not a computer shooting a line through 2 points. You're drawing it physically with a straight edge and a pen. You would think it would be really good, but it's not. All right? So get as far away as you can. Obviously, 0 was not working for me. Okay? So do you want to try 1? All I'm going to do is this. I'm just going to make a little T-chart for this guy.
I think I know what we're gonna do.
Okay? And I'm going to pick a point for X. That's why I said, do I want to pick points over on this side or over on this side? And y'all said this side's not good. The points will be in here. Okay? So let's pick a 1 and see if he'll work. Okay? So plug him in. People, we want to find out what Y is. Plug that X in. What's 75 times 1?
75.
What's 300 minus 75?
225.
225. What's 225 divided by 15?
Probably 15.
I think it's
15?
Is it actually?
What about 15?
It's all for that.
15 times 15 is 225, guys. What, it's off the graph. So that didn't do me any good, right? So what are we gonna pick next?
2.
2. I'm trying to stay as far away from 4 as I can, but I'm not able to stay very far. All right, what's 75 times 2?
75 times.
150.
150. What's 300 minus 150?
150.
What's 150 divided by 15? 10.
You made it.
Okay, now listen to me. I'm fixing to show you something and you're gonna be like, what? All right, so here's what the kids did last period. They do it every year. That's why I wasn't shocked. But I'm gonna warn you. People, this is a point. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So this is what kids do. They go and put the 2 on the x-axis and the 10 on the y-axis.
I was gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna.
Is that the way you're supposed to graph a
No,
point?
no.
People, you graph a point by going right 2 and up 10. Do you see what I'm saying? You know how to plot a point.
Yes,
Okay,
I
the
do.
point is 210. So right 2 and up 10. There's the point. Here, you see my line? Okay, goes right there. So I'm gonna draw him. All gotta figure out where to shade. If I solve for y, y's positive, so I don't have to flip the sign, so it'll just be y's greater than.
It'll be above the line,
So which side would that be on, the right-hand side or the left-hand side?
the right.
Okay, so watch what I'm gonna do. All right, so if I shade this side of the line, do you agree that really this is all I care about? You with me? Okay, because that's what they would have in common. All right, let's do this guy right here. I'm gonna do the same thing, x-intercept, y-intercept. I love it if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll have to use a T-chart. Okay, so x-intercept. What's 2015 divided by 155? 13. Oh, 13's good, right? Y-intercept. What's 2015 divided by 310? 6.5. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. Could I get right in the middle between 2 points pretty easy?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna be okay with that, okay? I'm gonna be okay with that. If it wasn't right in the middle, I might go pick another point or something, all right? But I like in the middle, it's not bad. So my x-intercept is 13, so that's right at the edge. My y-intercept is 6.5. So here's 7, so 6.5 is gonna be right in the middle. So I draw my line. Okay, and where do I shade on this line? The y's that are greater than,
Above it.
above it. So does everybody see the feasible region? If I shade above, where do all 3 of them have in common? You see that little triangle right
Yeah,
there?
see what you shade that?
Yeah. When you shade it a little bit darker than all the rest of your paper, it'll be easier for you to do what we're fixing to do, okay?
So it was like number 1, like the easiest one, so that's why you did it for this?
No.
Okay, good.
So it's
Really not.
the easiest.
Okay, all right, so the next thing that we want to do is we want to list the vertices,
Oh.
okay? The vertices of our polygon. So everywhere that 2 lines intersect, that's going to create a vertex, okay? Vertices is just plural for vertex. All right, so I don't care about the order that they go in, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to be looking, these are all for points. Okay, also your graph is worth points. So the better your graph is, the better you are. All right, so points, my vertices. Let's see, let's just start from the left and go to the right. So this is the first one. What is it? 210.
Wait, what about 0 as well?
I haven't got, I said start from the left and go to the right.
Go to 0.
What about 0 what?
Oh, okay.
0 as well.
That's not a vertex, guys.
No. 12, 0, I mean. No, yeah, 0 as well. On 0, it goes
Up there?
on the white, yes, ma'am.
Is that a vertex of this enclosed
No.
Oh, no,
polygon? Okay, it has to be, I'm enclosing the shaded, whatever is shaded by everybody, that is my feasible region, okay? So this is my feasible region. These are the only vertices that I care about. Do you understand?
Yeah, the
Okay, here's my next one. What is this one?
3, 5.
3, 5, okay?
Yeah, I'm off a little bit.
Yeah.
It's drawing.
Yeah, I was off a little bit
Huh?
too.
You have to make sure that you don't
Yeah.
toss it.
So I was saying 0, 12, and I was like going, and my brain was going, what?
0 instead of 2, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, so 2, 10 was this
That's what I
one.
was saying.
Yeah, and 3, 5 is this one, okay? So this is the only one we don't have. What is it?
11.
11, 1?
So you really have to make sure that you're,
Okay,
it's perfect.
yes, you do. So here's what Ace is saying. Ace is saying if your graph is not really good and you were not careful when you drew it, yeah, you won't see the vertices. Okay? Now, I'm gonna say this right here. All right, listen to me. Let's say, because this is going to happen on one of the problems, okay? Let's say that this right here did not land on a nice pretty corner like it did. Here's my vertices right here. I usually make big dots on them.
You make
Okay.
a wild guess.
So, if, let's say this one didn't land on a pretty corner and it landed up here somewhere, would we just estimate
No.
What are you talking about?
No, you would not. We're not guesstimating, we're not estimating, we're not making a wild guess or anything like that,
Shocking.
okay? How am I gonna find out where these two lines intersect?
Do the math.
People, you just took a test on
We've
it.
got a
Maybe
calculator.
that says something about what you made, all right? So what you would do is you would find out, this line is the 12, that's this line right here, okay? If I were doing this line, and this line is the 13, see that x-intercept of 13 is this line. I'll be looking for the solution to this system. Go up here and mathematically, go up here on your paper and mathematically find it. The solution, the one point that they have in common. Instead of an inequality, you'll just make it an equal sign and you'll work the problem. So you have the skills to do that. All right, so here we go. Now we're gonna go down here. The contracted food service charges the military $1.25 for a power bar, $3.75 for a mini meal. Okay, so my cost is $1.25 for a power bar plus $3.75 for a mini meal. Looking for that. That's my objective quantity is what it's called, but you don't have to know that, but anyway. So this, I'm looking for this. All right? Now, determine the maximum and minimum cost for feeding 250 troops on a 30-day mission. All right, so I need to know how much it costs for each of these. X is the power bars, Y is the mini meal.
So you plug them in and.
So that's exactly right. I'm just gonna plug them in this equation. So this guy right here, he's gonna be 125 times 2 plus 375 times 10. Someone do that for me and tell me what you get.
So,
You plug it in, you don't have to.
What is it? 40. Very good.
let's hope I get that.
Okay? Now we're gonna plug them in this guy. All right? I wanna see this work, guys. We're gonna plug them in here. So I'll get 125 times 3 plus 375 times 5. What's this one?
2250.
How much?
20.5, so
2250? I like 2250. Okay? What about this guy? He's gonna be $1.25 times 11 plus 375 times 1. What's he gonna be? 1750. Okay, so let me tell you what you're looking at right here, all right? So this is the date that you took out, and guess what she ordered? Steak and lobster. And you went, oh, wow, I hope I brought enough money, okay? Oh, no. Then, look, oh, here you go, here's your date. Look at this date. Like, she ordered salad, all right? She ordered salad. So really what's going on? This guy, this soldier, this is a soldier, guys, all right? This soldier right here, he got 2 power bars and 10 mini meals.
Holy.
That's a little excessive, don't you think? That's one day, okay? Maybe that cost a little too much, okay? What about this soldier? Oh, could I have another meal? No, have a power bar. Like, he had 11 power bars and 1 meal. Like, he's carrying a gun. Are you gonna say no? You only get 1 meal, but you can have 11 power bars? No, that's a little crazy.
Maybe he
right?
ate all of his meals.
So maybe this is a good idea right here. Do you agree?
Yes.
5 mini meals. I mean, it is a mini meal, people. It is not. I mean, have you all eaten one?
It's up.
Yeah, they're not. It's not a lot, and they're not wonderful. But I suspect if you were out in the desert and that's all you had, it would be delicious. And 3 power bars. So maybe eat a power bar right before our hike, maybe during our hike if it's a long one. Okay, and then you got your mini meals to tide you over. All right. So let's answer the question. Determine the maximum and minimum cost for feeding one guy, 250 guys for 30 days.
That's a month.
Okay? So, yeah, a month. So let's look at this one. So this would be $40 for one soldier, but I got 250 soldiers and I'm feeding them for 30 days. Somebody tell me how much that costs.
7.
We were rocking and rolling with the McDonald's meal.
$300,000. Wow, that's one mission, people, one mission for a month. That's a lot. Okay, let's look at this guy. This is what we're thinking is much more reasonable. 2250. We still got 250 guys. Sorry, times 30 days. That's a 2.
Taxes at work.
Okay, how much is this one?
168,750.
Oh, okay. So look, this is almost what? Almost. Almost what with compared to that number? Yeah, he's almost half of that. You've almost cut your cost in half. You're like, yeah, we can live on this, people. We don't have to be all about the meal, okay? So we can live on this. This is okay. This one, I don't think I'm gonna tell him you're not getting another meal, buddy. Okay? How much is that?
Do what you get and help the world.
131,250.
Okay, so look, you're only saving around what, 37.5? You're saving $37,500, and all he gets is one meal? No, that's not worth that cost. Okay, so tell me what my maximum is,
300,000.
and tell me what my minimum is.
130.
Okay, so this is also worth points, and I want to see the work. I want to see where you plug stuff in. Okay, I don't want you just to all of a sudden have a 300,000 on your paper, and I'm like, wow, where did that come from?
I'm rain.
Okay, so no. All right, anybody got a question? This is one problem. You have 3 more problems that I'd like for you to do. Okay? They take a little bit of time, so don't be like, you know.